Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I am KatherineOfSky, the Belt Diva. And we are back in our factory, and last time I just ran out of time doing all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of a cheat here, and I know that it's not ideal, but it does work. And I think I will eventually move a lot of these things elsewhere. I love to have these kind of a long assembly lines because all of these products are generally not needed all the time, i.e., they're not intermediate products that are needed like, green or red chips. And so you can put a whole bunch of them with just very, very basic materials to make them. And they're just made intermittently. Like, yeah, maybe miners will go for a while if we are just making a huge mining outpost or whatever. But otherwise, this kind of thing really works well. And one thing that I think I will do, I can also move these up a bit, so that I can basically insert these inserters directly into this assembly and be able to move these up even better so that I can make the filter inserters. So let me just do that as well. Might as well do the whole thing properly. There's no reason for this kind of thing at the moment. Oh, okay, I can't press Control C to undo that. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to, you know what, I'm just going to delete the whole thing because I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Okay. And I can make these in yellow assemblers or blue ones. It doesn't actually matter because they are made so fast that it's pointless. But yellow assemblers are more expensive, so maybe I should make them in blue. I don't know. I do not know. Let's just put these blue ones on my hotbar here so it's a little bit easier to access them. And we will need, I don't want that in the middle. I want it off to the side so that I can put a power pole in the middle because I love using these medium power poles. They have such a nice effective range around them. All right, let's see what we need. We need plates and green circuits. So we will add these, and I am using fast inserters on purpose because they will, these things are made so fast. Every half a second one is made. So pretty cool to have those there that way. And the next thing I'm going to do is something, I want to move this belt, or at least temporarily move this belt, because we're going to need to have two assemblers that need blue inserters. And one of those is going to be purples. They need blues, and greens. They also need those. So, okay, I'm going to do this. Just trying to think about where I want to put the chests for all of these things and how I want them to work. So I'm sorry if I'm changing my mind a little bit on this, but I'm just kind of working out how I want to do the chests. So blue is going to go in this chest, and purple is going to go in that chest. So purple is going to go this way, and made here this way. So with this one, I'm going to wire this, or I'm not going to wire it. I'm going to connect it to the logistics network, and we're going to say if purple's less than 50, and I'll change this. Here we go. Less than 50, then make or put into chest, in other words. And then blues, I'm going to wire this one because I want to have 50 in that box. No, I don't want to have 50 in the box. I want to have it. It's okay if it's on the network. Basically, this is pulling into the box, not out of the machine, because we want the machine to produce inserters. So they go to these machines, but the connection is on the one that's actually going into a box. So we're going to connect to you, and if blue inserters less than 100 in the world, then you can work. Okay, that's what I want. Good. Oh my gosh, see how fast they go. Woo! I'm thinking I'll just kind of snake this around this other. This is actually a temporary line. This doesn't actually carry anything. So we're pretty free in not being annoyed by moving it or whatever. Okay, and then this one also needs blues. And this one will need to put stuff in. That's a very strange place for a power pole. That one there. And whites. We want to have the whites going on. And we have run out of room. We're still out of room. No. Well, I think I'll just remove this whole thing because I did remove the wood. Oh, that's right. I was going to remove the wood anyway. All right. This will go. And I'll just make regular power poles elsewhere, if at all. Let's just toss some of these things into... Wow, I have so many things. Too many things. Here, go in there. Don't bother me, thing. And inserters, I don't need that many inserters. Go away. Shoot. You guys can go here. Yep. And actually, I'm gonna change this a little bit to be 50. Just wired 50. Instead of can't drop them in easily 50. There we go. That way I can take the X off the box. And I do want something. I don't want none. Okay, cool. That will work. And then greens. We want this to produce some greens, so I'm just going to wire it to the box. I'm not actually going to have a lot, and they're not going to be recycled per se, so it's just okay if we do it this way. I want 100 because I think for each train station... Oh well, but we're actually going to use... We're going to use the whites for train stations. So, okay, we'll sort it out. Somehow it will work, I promise. It will not be difficult for this to happen. Okay, so you're going to make white stack filter inserters. And I should have set this up from the beginning. I kept having this idea, oh, you know, I'll just use a few of these things and I'll handcraft them. But the problem with handcrafting them is that you have to be in your RoboPort in range, or basically put them into your trash slot so they're stored in the network, and it's a very silly system that doesn't work well. So it was my fault. I really should have just set this up from the beginning instead of trying to conserve on space or whatever the reasoning was at the time that I had. I don't even remember why exactly I did this, but anyway, that's that. Okay, that's not good. Okay, and we'll have this traveling just along like this, and that's just fine. And that way it can reach the other assemblies on this line here. And, hey, guess what? I can put mining drills back over here. Woo! You know what? I think I will. I'm going to put mining drills out here because there's no reason they shouldn't be here. And I'm going to copy this thing. You know what? I'm going to copy this whole thing. Like that. And shove it there. Oops. And I'm going to delete this. And delete this. And all this silliness here. Yay, I'm glad we found a solution to the problem. Which was a lot easier than we thought. Cool. Okay, so let's check also this line. We had this problem with substations. Wow, we have 366 substations. Because I forgot to connect the line. Oh, silly me. Well... It just shows, I mean, you know, we all make mistakes and there are always things that go funky with stuff, so it's okay. I don't mind. It's alright to do things that way every now and again. Okay, so we have this connected. Mining is sorted. And do we have these connected? That's good. And this can pull out whenever it wants. We just need to connect the inputs for these items. So this wants green chips. Okay, we can do that for you. And this one wants red and green and gears. So I'm going to do this and put 2 reds, I think. Yeah, that should be good. And we're going to get some greens and hopefully some whites. Okay, they want green chips. And how many? 5. Okay, so definitely some reds here, which is deserving of another power pole. I need to get in a range of a RoboPort, apparently, because I'm not getting power poles. Why is that exactly? Oh, because they're already in my inventory. Okay, so let me put away some excess ones. Somehow I ended up with an awful lot of these things. And let's get substations back in their boxes. I just need maybe 1 stack of those is okay. And again, for some reason, I did not connect these with wire. Okay, there we go. I love the wire connection because you can just easily shift-click them in. It's a lot easier, just simpler. And how many did we have? 200? Okay. Less than 200. The only time I find it kind of funky is in the beginning of the game where you forget how many are in a stack and such. So it's like, well, how many should I choose? But, it's okay. We can always change stuff in the game. That's the really cool thing about this game, is that everything is alterable. Alrighty, now, I seem to have a lot of things in my inventory, but it's not like useless things, so I'm having a hard time figuring what to get rid of. And my inventory just seems very small. Alright. Let me make some more wire. I think I have a lot of, well, I do have quite a lot. Wow, I have a lot of train stuff on me. Holy fuzzy cats. Jeez. Yeah, there's way too much train stuff here. Even though I got rid of a lot of those things. Power poles, I don't really need 100. Oh, you know what? Those can go too. Solar panels can leave. Oh. Aha. This is another thing that I thought of. Geez. Okay. Okay, let's see. These need red things. Take those. And what needs green things? Anybody? Somebody needed green things. Some of these inserters needed greens. Here, take these. Have them. Good. And somebody, you needed, which ones? These need reds. Take half of these. Thanks. Alright. So, night vision goggles. I'm not really using those. I think I'm going to toss them. They'll just have to go. And, oh wow, all this copper cable. That I'm just going to recycle straight into these machines here. There we are. Okay, so what is left undone? We need to move the power pole assembly for small power poles, which is not supremely urgent, I have to say. I might move all the power pole assemblies elsewhere because they all kind of have the same ingredients, except for the wood, of course. And so that's not an emergency. I might do that another time. We were going to set up the stations. That's what we were going to do. And we couldn't do so because we didn't have enough white inserters. Let's grab some. Let's ask for 100 of them. Please, give me 100. How many did you give me? Probably not enough. And let's chuck this in there. I have an awful lot of boxes on me as well. I don't really use that many. And let's put these here. And I'm going to recycle some of these greens in there. Do I have them requested? No, thankfully. Haha. Good. Okay. What I want to do is make a station perfect so that I can re-blueprint it and transfer it over here to have space for the coal and stone stations. So yeah, somebody mentioned this, that they have filtered outputs, and I think that's very smart. I just didn't think of it when I was doing it, though I have done it on other factories before. But it is an excellent idea just in case you happen to park in one of these stations with a building train, or, for example, something goes wrong with the AI, which I've never seen happen, but it could conceivably happen. So we want to just basically program all of these inserters to be only for what they need to output within the context of our factory. So these are going to be programmed for iron ore, the others are going to be programmed for copper, stone are going to be stone, that kind of thing. So we'll get that going. Okay, so that all of those are whites. Yes. Go whites. And I've run out of whites. I have totally run out. Well, So what does the world have to say about whites? Am I in a range of a roboport here? Sort of. Not totally, though. I really should put a roboport up here so that I have continuous coverage, at least on the sidewalks. I need to have continuous coverage on the sidewalk so I know where I can walk, basically. So I definitely do not want robots coming all the way over and then having to go back because I've gone out for just a split second. That would be not good. Okay, there we are. Okay, so looks like we are very slow on building these white inserters, and it's a gear problem. Okay. Is it a gear problem? What's going on here? You need gears? Oh, wow. 15 gears. Ugh. Okay. It makes me feel like moving this entire assembly down and putting another couple gear factories in. How many can I fit? One. Oh, I can fit 2 gear factories if I shove this all the way down. Okay, that's not a problem. I can do that. So this is like the magic of robots that I'm going to show you right now. It's very cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this. And I'm going to... Yeah, that should be okay if I do it that way. That's fine. That's fine. That'll be okay. I'm just going to delete this for now. This whole line. And I'm also going to delete this whole line here. Bye-bye. I always have second thoughts. It's like, okay, did I get everything? But I know that I got everything. So it should be okay. I'm going to add 1 assembler for gears here. And I'm going to put down the blueprint. Boom. And it fits perfectly. Boom! Nice. Yay. And has everything we need. Awesome. There it went. Of course, I have a little bit of junk in my inventory, but that's okay. It's a very small price to pay for such a superbly convenient happening. Alright, so this is going to be in, and out. And we need to speed up the belts so that we have some better throughput going on here. So here I want to put a power pole right there. Since those don't use that line, I'm just going to sneak one in right there. That way those are all working now. So we must have iron. Good. And I missed one square. There we are. Nice. And we could use another light over here. Okay, there we are. Are they lights? They're called lamps. Oh my god, I've been calling them lights all this time. I guess it makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. So these are going to make all the gears we can handle. And this guy is needing what? Yellow inserters. And all of those went elsewhere. So it's going to need a little bit to catch up, I'm guessing. These greens, I can put these in here. Oh, no, not that, not that, not that. I want that. I really want that. And blues will go here. Good. Good, good, good. And I still have some wood in the world here. Alright. I guess I could just afford to... Can I... Or do we have any yellows? No, we don't. Not on this line. So I can just even make these all blue belts here if I wanted to. Just so there's this not this weird looking kind of stop-start motion that looks very funky. Here we'll stop though, because there are some yellows that need to grab off of this line, so I'll just leave that at that. Good. And now we're making stuff. And this will basically catch up very shortly, so that we can get more done. Alright, and now back to our train station. It's like back to our regularly scheduled program. In between all the whatsits and what have yous and things and stuff and whatevers, we will get there eventually. So, alright, well, I will continue getting these things, and I think since we have run out of time for this episode, I'm just going to do all this and the copying over of all the things off camera, so you don't have to watch all of it. It's not that exciting, I know. So anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. I'm Catherine of Sky. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you next time.